It's been so long I've been out of my body with you. I feel alone, feel at home, feel like nothing is true. You take me to a place where my senses gave way. Turn it around, shut it down, what the people say. Climbing up, coming down, gonna make the call. Take my hand and leave it all, leave it all, leave it all. And these hearts torn apart when they turn black and blue. 'Cause everybody knows I've been waiting for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up, and welcome here to another SYF TV Shoutcast. Mate, it is going to be an absolutely spectacular match of COD here. We have a back-to-back Shoutcast. Just moments before, we had Clone Gaming taking on eXile. My golly, Clone Gaming just came out and absolutely smashed it on home, winning at 16-10. And here we have another fantastic lineup. Super, before our very eyes here, we have eXile5 taking on Thermodynamic Gaming. Super, mate, I think you had a little bet before. You said you estimate that the final score here. Yeah, what was your prediction?
I've called 16-3, but I'm feeling generous. I'm going to give Thermo 16-6 in this one.
I think I'm going to go 16-5 here. But it looks like Yates is just going to fly on out the door here for just a tick. So there we have it. All those tuning in at home here, welcome to the SYF TV Shoutcast. We are once again on the map of Strike here. This is round 3 of the Cyber Gamer Leagues. This is an invite level match, and Thermodynamic Gaming moving up through the brackets here. Last season they were playing in M. This season they are in invite, and they're coming up against one of the absolute titans of COD 4 here. eXile5 is going to be absolutely relentless in their gameplay here. They are just an absolute beast to be reckoned with here, and it's going to be quite fascinating, I think, Supra, to see if Thermotake can handle themselves with a with a good composition behind them. I don't want to see them just fall apart, it seems here. I hope they've put in some strong effort, have got a few straights down pat, got a few angles covered here, because I know for a fact here that this map right in front of us, Strike, is one of eXile5's favourites here, and they know it like the absolute back of their hand, Supra. They are going to have every single angle practically conceived on lock, and are just going to have very, very little openings here for Thermodynamic to get the rounds up on the scoreboard here. So I think we are being quite generous in saying 16-6 for yourself and 16-5 for me. But you never know here. I mean, Thermo's got a few decent players in their stables here. We have the likes of good old Dragon, Matrix. They've been known to throw a few frags out every now and again here, but coming up against the likes of the eXile5 guys, it'll be fascinating to see what they can do here as we rock and roll with what I believe is the knife round here, Supra. I'm going to give you this one, buddy. Take it away, my good man.
Alright, cheers. So these knife rounds, normally they are met in the middle of the street. So let's just kind of roll out with the X5 team. Normally they have that flying V, and they look to be making some formation. I'm going to roll out with Spud. I was just watching him practice some knives early, and he was absolutely booking his own teammate. So let's see if he can carry that momentum onto the opposition. And he's gonna Samson's going to get the first knife of the game onto default. Quartz is going to bring down Dragon. So they've obviously been practicing their knives, this eXile5, holding this strategic. They're really sticking together here, leaving no Titans behind. They're going to make the passage of play move across to this double palm. Matrix brings down Xenon though. So that's going to be the danger man down in the knife round. Fantasy drops, Quartz brings down Hyper, and Samson goes down as well. But Matrix picking up one more. So it's just like that. It's all up to Matrix to do the hard work. But there you go. Quartz comes out with the knife and ends that knife round. So let's just see what they're going to pick. Spud, back to you.
Super, we had a little bit of a TK knife there from Matrix, and that was quite funny.
Oh, wow.
So, Matrix hit the decks, he'd hit prone, and heard footsteps behind him, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he thought it was Quartz coming out from the rear, but it was actually one of his teammates there, and just basically did the old 40-degree quick flick and took out his fellow teammate there. So, a bit of funnies there coming out, a bit of loss coming out in the knife round here, as both teams seem to be fairly happy at where they're currently aligned to. eXile5 looking to rock and roll here on the attack. And Thermodynamic wants the map of Crash here, so I think I'm just going to pop now. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, so as we just wait on here for Hyper to hit his F key, and bam, there we have it, the ready upside out here. And we're going to come on out live right now with round number 1 here. I'm going to be spectating. Let's go with a bit of the old Spatch Cam here. Why not? First round here. Bomb Beach is going to be Fantasy here, as eXile5 is already off and well flying in this round here. Nice deep smokes coming out on that mid-marketplace, making life very difficult now for the Thermodynamic snipers. Fantasy is the first one to pick up a frag in this particular game here, taking out Dragon with the grenade there. Spatula there has just spotted Fantasy getting dropped over on the backside of Mech here. And Samson follows suit there. Default too strong with his SMG. Default takes down Spatula as well here. And this is not what I was expecting at all. Coming into the first round here, I hope I don't have to make any adjustments to my prediction here, but all we have left for the eXile5 crew at the moment is Xenon and Quartz here. They have to pick up the pieces here. They have a 2v4 coming their way here, and Matrix has just absolutely walloped them from the rear here. I believe it is Vibes as well there has struck down onto Scotty, so he drops to the backside of Mech here. First score on the board here. It goes to Thermodynamic Gaming, and I'm just going to put this out there, Supra. Was not expecting that at all.
No, likewise. But there we go. They started off quite strongly, and they're going to... What I was going to say was they want to really bring this momentum early on, and Spatch is going to get the first nade frag of the round onto Dragon there. So that was an A nade. Vibes is going to reply onto Quartz, so, and they're really trying to hold this A, and they're doing some nice work. Hyper onto Spatch there, Default onto Samson, and Matrix bringing down Xenon. Default keeping the round coming. Absolutely booking Fantasy. This is an amazing start from the Thermo crew. They would think that they would even get off to a slight the start that they have.
So here we are. I'm just going to watch that SMG here for the Thermo guys. Default, mate, he is just on fire at the moment. He already on 4 frags, which is what we like to see indeed here from the underdogs this evening. He's got an AK-47 now in hand. So he's just changed it on out here. He's just going to try and defend this A bomb site. It's not going to work for him because eXile5 has got themselves poised in fantastic positions here. Fantasy dropping 2 from the cafe side of things here. And this one here might fall in favour of eXile5. Maybe not, as Vibes takes down Quartz down. I believe the main street here, Xenon and Fantasy, last 2 players standing for this eXile5 team. Smoke being thrown very late in the round here onto that front side A here. Xenon tries to... pick up the bomb here, and he's successfully doing so. He's going to just perch himself on the top side of Mech here and just try and strike down. Sorry, I'm not gonna use a terrible little pun like that, but he's going to just come down from the top side of Mech here. Spots one over the garage side of things there, tags up Matrix practically to the grave and back up. Matrix is very lucky. He's going to come out and regenerate all that health. As I say, though, Fantasy drops one with his SMG over on the sides of double dumpsters. He spotted a player at front side A here. It's Vibes in 3-door, taking a few takes there to the torso. He just backs on out there to ensure that his life is in no danger here. Matrix trying a flank onto Fantasy here. Matrix comes up the victor in that one here as Xenon, last man standing, gets the plant down on the side here, but he has 2 to tango with Plague pushing up on the statue. 1 on double dumpster here. Xenon, mate, needs to get a pick shortly, otherwise he's going to get done and sandwiched from both angles here. Xenon drops and Matrix takes a second for the round here. Huge stuff coming out. Thermodynamic picks up 3 in a row here against the absolute juggernauts of COD 4 eXile5 Supra. Really was not expecting this at all coming on into the game.
Yeah, they're looking a bit rusty, but let's not take anything away from Thermo. They're holding that A site with precision, and even when those A players go down, that big guy mid-shop's holding it from there, and he's be able to get frags from pretty much every angle. We're going to stick with this Thermo crew, follow Hyper with the scope. He's having some shots through the smoke. He has seen someone cross to the B side, just looking at those red dots, so they've kind of evenly spread out. Samson's going to go big, though. Oh, he's going to pick up vibes, but he's going to get naded by his own teammate Zen on there. So Samson is going to have to sit down early this round. We're going to kind of try to find some of the action. There are shots being fired around that mid dumpster. It's Matrix here. He can hear one, maybe two around him. He's going to have to take a little seat though because he's just been naded by the Spatch man. Well vert naded from him. Going to try to find Spatch there. He's up on City Bins and he has to make a bit of a move because he's going to be calmed out in a few moments, but there he goes. There's a deagle shot up at that top B. He might have seen someone. That bomb's still around that front mid shop area though, whereas these eXile5 players are looking to get a few picks though. In the B side, Spatch has spotted one of the B dumpsters, and he's going to get support coming around in a few seconds, but at the moment it's just him soloing it, and he's going to try to pick up this frag. If he picks up this frag, that will open up the round a little bit, and it will help eXile5 get this bomb in. As you can see, the bomb slowly rotating now over to the B site. The round has died down a little bit because Spatch has lost this man, but he knows around that B marker there. He can spot him in, but he's going to get picked up by Default. Nice cover from him. And Default going to go absolutely huge, picking up Fantasy. Xenon, though, picks up Default. Let's try to find these two remaining players from eXile5. So we're remaining 2-on-2. These players have kind of dropped to more the front side, the front butcher, and just kind of the double palm. And he's going to get flanked around in a second by Dragon. Dragon coming around the corner. He can't see the bomb planted, but he's going to get his shots fired. Picks up Quirts. Bomb is down though. So it all comes down to Hyper and Dragon to bring down Xenon here. They can do this if they work together, and they're going to have a tickle on the bomb. He's going to actually be reeling it. Xenon's in a bit of trouble because he's got one to compete with. Oh, Xenon picks up one and he gets knifed by the Hyper man. So that's going to take it to a 4-0 Spud. They're absolutely killing it at the moment.
I'm gonna just have to go and stuff my face full of some shredded newspaper here because I have no idea how this is possible. But Thermodynamic has racked up 4 in a row, and that is just an impressive achievement indeed here. Come on, as surely the underdogs here, the community voted just triumphantly with, I believe, 71 votes to the eXile5 crew and only 2 to Thermodynamic. At the current point in time here, Thermo is just absolutely smashing this map up here on the defensive end. Certainly the stronger of the two sides here, but I was not expecting them at all to have 4 on the round to nil for eXile5. So eXile5 trying to just sort of reassess the situation here. They've come in thick and fast now on the front side of A here and have successfully done the damage that is necessary here. They finally pick up their first round now on the board here with an impressive little display of AK-47 and SMG action on the statue there, catching the Thermodynamic guys a little bit off guard here. eXile5 just ramping up that aggression here. Let's see if they attempt it again, Supra.
Yeah, that was a lot better from them though. Just the aggression was there, like you said. Just gonna roll out with Samson. He's that he does like to play that SMG role, and he's as you can see, the bomb's kind of hanging around that back cap. Dragons picks up Spatch there, but Samson gets that revenge frag, and so he's now going to make his move into the A side. And there is kind of one defensive play on that A bomb, exactly on the A bomb to be exact. And they've got a few guys in mid shops here, and Samson's going to run into him. He's got to be quite careful. He's more concerned about the flank, but there are 2 guys around in that area on the street, and he hasn't actually spotted one of those guys yet. Shot's been fired into the A side. Now eXile5, you can see, kind of backing around that mech area, and they're just holding that bomb up, just trying to hold angles and wait for this Thermo team to push out. But Fantasy gets one, and he brings down the second there. Default and Matrix falling for the Thermo team. There's 2 remaining players, and they're both heavily out on the street, so they could really get this bomb and plant that eXile5 at the moment. They're just trying to suss out these players. Vibes picking up Quirts. Xenon to Vibes though. They're the last remaining player. Let's flick over to him. He's a Hypo, the scope. He's sitting over at short wall. He's going to have a tough assignment here, having to pick up probably, yeah, it is 3 remaining players, Xenon, Fantasy, and Samson. So he's definitely got probably the toughest job of the night. Definitely not beyond his capabilities. So let's kind of see how he rolls out. He's more concerned about this 3-door dude, but he's got 2 in A to worry about here. He's kind of peeking and poking a little bit too much. I'm not quite sure if the eXile5 players are aware of where he's coming from, but they're going to about to in a second. There it is, Fantasy whipping him up, holding his angle really well. Had the tough job of watching A-bins, and he was able to get that one. Spud, back to you.
eXile5 playing just a little bit more tighter here on the attack. They are getting it onto the site, locking it down hard, and have absolutely no intentions of giving up their positions here. They are playing much better as team at the moment here, as I rock and roll with a bit of Spatch action here. Samson drops Matrix with a nade deep on the double dumpsters here. Can he make it to... Oh, Fantasy there goes down to Vibes' AK-47 here. Spatula gets the double onto both Default and Dragon. That is what I was waiting for from the Spatch cam there. Beautiful stuff by the man indeed here, leaving both Vibes and Hyper left pick up the pieces. It's not going to happen here. As oh, bang! A +10 from Hyper. Deep nade there, I believe, onto the A site there. Pick up 2 players. Hyper has made it 3 there. Samson falls at the wings of A bomb site here, so it's now down to a one-on-one here. Scotty, though, this is where eXile5 gets really intelligent. That plant there, well in the open here of Scotty's AK-47. Is he going to flick on over? No, he's not. He's just going to pop a few shots off with his AK-47. Is that going to be his undoing here? Hyper saved the smoke, and he's now going in for a full defuse here, and boom, there we have it. Hyper is Scotty, mate, absolutely lands a ripper there, somehow through practically the bomb site onto Hyper's a little noggin. So BL there to Hyper. eXile5 takes a third now on the scoreboard there. I honestly thought Hyper had played that one to an absolute T Supra, and Scotty getting very lucky there with the pick practically through the bomb site to take out his opponent in that particular round.
Yeah, I completely agree. Samson doing some nice work early on in this round, picking up 2 players in the A side, and that might open it up a little bit. As you see, Hyper though picking up quotes and not letting this round get away from his team. The smoke was a bit of a fail there from might have been Samson, but it should be enough to get him across the bomb because there are only 2 players remaining, and they're both kind of hanging around this double palm region. There you got Default, and just kind of click over to him. There's Hyper up at the top B. So they're going to try to defend it from the outside, and Hyper has seen one crossing the bomb, but he's just missed the shot by millimeters. That bomb has gone down though, courtesy of Spatula. So let's try to see how this Thermo crew take out this round. Fantasy picking up Default though, so it's not leaving Hyper with many favours. Stick with him because he did some nice work last round. He's going to have a pick and a poke on that top mech. He's still poking around. He's going to get shot around by, I think that's Spatula around that corner. He whips out the Deagle, so he's going to have to make a bit of a move, but Xenon way too sharp on the statue. 4-all, so they've won the past 4 rounds there to bring the team back into the game. And from that rocky start, I think they'd be feeling a little bit better about themselves, Spud.
Indeed. If I was Thermodynamic, I'd be reassessing how they're attempting to defend this A side at the moment here. eXile5, being the intelligent players that they are, have successfully sussed out what they're up to here. Spatula takes down Matrix on the rush here. I'm following Dragon at the moment for Thermodynamic here, as he thinks players are pushing in front of. That is not the case at all, man. There's already a player now onto the A bomb site. Wouldn't be surprised if that was Fantasy here, and Dragon is in a very uncomfortable situation. Bullets coming his way. It's Samson on the bomb site there who just rips some bullets into him. He goes down for the round here. Thermodynamic once again losing this A bomb site here. The AK-47 coming out from Vibes, I believe, through that main streak there isn't going to be enough to hold off the plant on the A side here. So eXile5 doing a lovely job of just tearing on into the bomb site and getting the plants down when it counts here. 2 players now remaining for Thermodynamic Gaming in the form of both Default and Hyper here. I'm spectating Hyper, R700 in handy. 25 seconds left in this round. He is jumping and dancing and fiddling like an absolute crazy man on the front side of the double palm series. He moves on in with his fellow teammate. Default takes down Zen on the front side of A there. Actually, I believe it might have also been at top mech. Not too sure. Can't confirm that. Samson spots one again from the backside of the good old bomb site. Takes down Hyper as he pushes in through the double dumpsters here. Default, last man standing, has a 1v3 ahead of him. Only 3 seconds left on the clock. This round is all but done and over. There we have it. Good old eXile5 takes a 5th round now on the scoreboard. They've won 5 in a row here. Good old Supra, and are looking very confident now on the attacking end of this map.
Yeah, they're doing some nice work. Once they've got in that A site, they're really locking it down, and they might have a few deaths go out, but they're covering each other nicely. And let's kind of see how this eXile5, if they continue to take this A side. Look at Spatch just going straight through front. He's going to bump into 1 or 2 people now. Gets the +10. Samson bringing down Vibes though. Might not have been a +10, but it was 2 consecutive frags there. Quirt's bringing down Matrix, so they've locked A again, leaving Hyper the only one standing. I feel sorry for him. He's got the tough assignment almost every round, so he's going to pick up all 5 of this eXile5 crew. You wouldn't think the chances are all that high, but you wouldn't think that they would be winning 4-0 at the start of this game. So anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. Hyper making his move from top B here. I'm sure eXile5 are going to have a quite understanding of where he'd be coming from as a scope, but here he makes his move again from double palm. Normally this is the case. He's going to have to throw a nade. You can hear one flanking to the left there. Makes his move into the site. Let's just kind of see. Look at eXile5 static in their position. Spatula's the one to get the frag. 6 consecutive rounds won from eXile5. 6-4 is the score.
Indeed, indeed here. I think I'm going to pay some love now to the eXile5 side of things here. I think I might go with Samson as he rolls out, throwing smokes onto the street here. Very noted nades onto the garage side of things here. Hyper though, first to pick up the frag there on to Xenon. Quirts drops one onto good old Dragon. Matrix onto Quirts here. So a big tussle coming on out with the grenades here. Vibes first one to take out someone with a gun here. AK-47 at the backside of the double dumpsters here. Samson too quick on the trigger, takes down the fault at the front side of garage here as he moves around to the now to be greeted by an AK-47 who's just camped at the top side of B building here. Samson very lucky to be alive. The only reason for his survival at the moment is due thanks to his great teammates here who threw a very nice and nifty smoke to clear up the double dumpsters and make life quite difficult for their opponents. Here's Samson taking a few bullets from the rear here. I believe it was from the statue there. Very lucky to be alive. Somehow took down Matrix in the thick of that firefight here as he's now locked up on the backside of the double palms here. And Hyper has just played that one like an absolute novice, falling out of the top side of B buildings, looking like an absolute fool. And bam, down he goes for this round here. Vibes is basically stuck between a rock and a hard place here. He's got players on either sides of him. He's about to get sandwiched harder than you can possibly imagine here. Samson's going to pick him up for 3 for that round. Actually, was that 4 from Samson that round there? Quick look at the scoreboard. I think that is 4. Confirms it. 13 for Samson on the scoreboard here. 5 deaths to his name. Fantasy following up close behind. 10 for 7. Over to you, Supra.
Yeah, that was textbook stuff from the remaining 2 players between Spatula and Samson. That combination they've got holding that A side down together. There you go, Default picking up Samson there. So all that work that he did last round, he's going to be put to rest now. Dragon picks up Spatula. Matrix picking up Xenon. It's a much stronger round from the Thermo crew. Now they just got to lock down this A bomb site, and just try to find these 2 players. They just don't have to push it. They don't have to be so aggressive. They just got to wait for them to come to them. They know where they are because look at this. The Calf guy is kind of sneaking up. Just try to find this Calf guy. This Dragon is going to sneak out in a second. Oh, he's going to run into Quirts. He probably didn't have to be so aggressive, but Quirts waited for that one. He's at the moment licking his what is it? I don't know. He's kind of licking his lips at the moment. Anyway, Default's sitting in that butcher area, just kind of holding that B side, just in case that rotate is on. Nothing as of yet though, but Fantasy picks up Vibes that just got to sit back a little bit because eXile5 are just waiting for the pokes. They're just absolutely going to give it to them if they show absolutely any parts of their body. And you can see Quirts now doing a slight rotate here through the mid shops, kind of just having a bit of a peek and just got to see if he can pick up a frag. And he knows one's just outside City Beans here. He's going about to lose him. There he is. Oh, he spots him. Default is the man to drop down. So just like that is a 2-on-2, just from probably a few silly pokes. Quirts picks up Matrix. All like that. It just picked up. Now it's all up to Hyper. Fantasy's going to absolutely push this bomb into A, and he's going to try to get in. Hyper hasn't seen the cross. Fantasy has got pushed that bomb onto the A site, and he's still worried about Quirts. Quirts is just hanging around this B market. I think he knows that. Hyper's going to throw a nade in the general direction of front A, which is going to land miles away from anyone from this eXile5 team. Hyper's making his move, and Quirts has got the perfect angle on him in a second. There it is. Well done, and look at that. Another 2v5 clutch here from eXile5. That was absolutely incredible work from them. Spud, back to you.
Oh, I just absolutely adored watching how eXile5 squeezed their way back into that round. They're playing just so solid as teammates do. The communication levels from them are practically unparalleled here, and they certainly deserve credit for it here. I'm going to be spectating Quirts for this particular round here as he comes right on in through the backside of Cafe here. Xenon takes down Vibes on the main street here. Quirts locks one onto Dragon, who pushed in all the way onto the statue there, and basically just crapped his pants because he was met by 3 eXile5 players and knew he was absolutely buggered for that one. Matrix though is trying to get a bit of a pushback here. He's taken down 2. Both Fantasy and Spatula have fallen to him. So, bam, there we have it. The Samson just doing a nice little job there on the inside of the A bomb side here. It is once again all left up into the hands of Hyper here. What can he do here? I think he just spotted a player there falling out of the good old Flores building here. So if Hyper is quick to take out Samson, who hasn't actually moved a budge here, an inch here, we would have an absolute ripper on our hands for this particular round here. Hyper has done the magic, and Xenon is the now to try and get this final frag here. You've gone for the wallbang here. Hyper, my man, I don't know why you didn't just full defuse it then, because, oh, damn, with the AK-47 there. Good old Hyper knows what he's up to there, and just in the nick of time takes out his opponent there. I think he actually had enough time in that Supra to get the full defuse before Xenon would have got a lock in onto him, but nonetheless, 8-5 here goes the scoreboard. Thermodynamic takes a much needed round.
Yeah, it was much needed. Xenon caught a little bit caught out of position there, but that was just a bit unlucky. I thought Samson might have had that kill early on. I think his teammate might have as well, but unfortunately not the case for that for the eXile5 crew. Samson's going to do some nice work early on though, pushing that A side. Vibes picks up Quirts right there though, so one former piece, but not just yet. Vibes picks up Spatula, so this Thermo crew are trying to hang in there by the hair. Xenon though picks up high. It's the battle of the scopes, hops down early this round, and Fantasy's going to push this bomb into A. He's got one guy just there at the statue, defaults the one to pick him up. Samson replies on to default. Now they could probably get this bombing, but Matrix is kind of sneakily making his way onto that A bins, as you can see on your screen. Xenon though picks up Vibe, so the last player is that Matrix man who did some nice work earlier on, makes his move onto the bomb, but he's going to a bit of a debate movement there because he knows one's behind him. I'm just trying to find that one man. It is a Xenon in the bottom B. Spotted him, so he's going to whip out the Deagle. Unfortunately, no of those bullets are going to hit for him, but he's going to have to back off again, and nice work there, Xenon, onto getting that frag there. They had him really cornered on that A dumpster, and that's going to go 9-5 Spud.
Round after round here, we can see that eXile5 is just getting the upper hand in the positioning here. They keep, like I said before, squeezing their opponents out here. Their flank coming around from Floros, so that main streak there is working wonders for him here, and it's really catching this Thermodynamic team off guard here as Quitz throws out an absolute crazy nade. They're taking out a +10 on the front side of markets here. So Thermodynamic, it just has players strewn across this street here. They have no idea what is going on. They're about to get smacked up harder than you could possibly imagine, as only Matrix and Hyper are the last final two players remaining for this round here. Matrix retreating all the way back to spawn here. Is it going to be his undoing here, as Spatula now is coming to rip it up through that mid-market here, making a little bit of noise as he comes here, and I believe Hyper cover the angle here. Spatula is just playing a very disciplined game here, and boom, there we have it. Hyper comes up trumps in that one, taking out Spatula. He's AK-47. Hyper trying to make it two there, just tags up Fantasy on the front side of Butcher there. Unfortunately, can't connect enough with his torso as required here, so the plant now comes out on the A side, and once again, eXile5 looking very strong on the offensive end of this map here. Supra, I must say, they certainly deserve quite a bit of credit for how well they've handled themselves this evening. Scotty takes down Matrix on as he tries to make his way in through the double dumpster there. Hyper, once again, the last man standing now for Thermodynamic. R700 in hand here, 20 seconds remaining in the clock, and this around here is looking like it is locked in the bag of eXile5 here. What's he up to, Hyper, mate? You're taking far too long here. 10 seconds now remaining in the round here, and it's going to be Xenon to finally just confirm the victory for that round here. 10-5 goes the scoreboard, Supra, and eXile5 are looking very, very strong and dandy at the half.
Yeah, indeed. They got off to a flying start though, didn't they? Coming out straight away, winning 4 consecutive rounds.
That they did.
Yeah, and then eXile5 just showed that they almost showed like there was this charity rounds at the beginning, because they just came out firing. But Thermo doing some nice work there to definitely a good start, and they want to get back to that in this second half, because if they can narrow this early on, it's going to put some pressure on eXile5.
Certainly, it certainly should be, and now on the attack here, generally regarded at heart of the two sides on strike here. I'm very fascinated to see how Thermodynamic is going to handle themselves for this. eXile5, like I said, opening this one up, is going to have everything on lockdown. The angles are all going to be covered here, and it's going to make life very, very difficult for this Thermodynamic team here. eXile5, the last two to ready on up are Spatula and Samson. May as well do a quick little run through now of the scoreline here over on the eXile5 side of things. We have Samson way out in front, 17 frags to his name. Following up closely behind is the Scotty man on the sniper rifle, 16 frags to his name, 8 deaths. Fantasy a little bit further behind, 11-9. Over on the Thermodynamic side of things, we have Vibes on front there with a not a great score to be sitting on, but 11-12, nothing to sort of sneeze at. But followed up closely by the Hyperman, who's on 10-11 here. Matrix sitting on 9-12. So as we just wait on up for these last few players to hit their keys, you got any shout-outs you'd like to give this evening, Supra?
Yeah, just quickly to some of the SYF boys. We've got Kings, Sammy, Spaces, Roz, and Exmo, the CJ team. Our team getting a pretty good win earlier on tonight. So they're listening into the cast tonight. Good win, boys, and hope you're enjoying the cast.
Indeed. I got a shout out to Kinks, good old Kaiser. I have a shout out to Bella because she's the best and the coolest. So there we have it. I've also got a shout out to Sam, who is a code for a video editor. A shout out to Spikes. Got a shout out to Rob. Who else have we got? We have I gotta give a shout out to good old Shieldy, the man. He loves playing his League of Legends. Shout out to him this evening. Yeah, a great friend of mine. Shout out to Omen for shoutcasting the previous game. It was fun times indeed with Clone versus eXile Gaming. As here we have it, Matrix seems to have just dawdled off the computer here, and we're just waiting on him to hit the ready on up button. For those at home, if you're enjoying what you're seeing on your screen right now, be sure to show us some love on the stream. Hit that follow button. It helps us out a lot, guys. Cookies will follow the computer as we now rock and roll on the second half here of Strike. It's going to be very interesting to see how Thermodynamic can come out trumps on this one. Oh, Dragon there goes down to a very nerdy nade there by Spatch, landing almost near the garage there. Basically predicting where the opponent rushes it to. Hyper getting in a very good spot there, but Samson unfortunately too sharp with that AK-47 through the smoke there, taking out the sniper there for Thermodynamic Gaming. He goes down for this round here. Matrix has unfortunately got himself locked up in the cafe side of things here, and if he isn't careful, he's about to get dropped in a matter of seconds. He's taking bullets from all angles, the double dumpsters and the cafe single palm here. So he just retreats on out of there and has no intention of dropping for this round here. 3v5 coming out here. Xenon makes it 2v5 as Vibes drops for the round here. eXile5 just with 5 remaining. They are very strong and robust for this particular round of defense. So no idea who Apple's 56 is, but here he comes at the front side of A here. There's absolutely no one in 3-door here, and he's the last man now standing for the Thermodynamic team. Matrix gets done in hard there by Scotty. So I think Scotty's done 2 or 3 in for this round here. Great shooting by the sniper from eXile5 for this round. The bomb has been dropped mech area here. Apple's 56 is just poking and prodding his head around the corner of frontside A. Catches Quirts off guard there, and he goes down for the round here. 4v1 coming out. Apple's 56 is about to meet his makers here. Oh my goodness, bullets flying over his head here. Fantasy's going to do it, ladies and gents. Takes him out from the front side of markets here. 5-11 it goes the scoreboard, Supra. And I must say, I think you might be correct in saying the 16-6. Because I'd honestly wager that Thermo's going to get just another round on the board if they potentially hit up that very random B push.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing them grab a few more than 6 rounds, just because I think that would put a little bit more pressure on X5. And as they're such one of the top class teams in this league, you wouldn't want to see a big result there. Xenon picking up Vibes though, so he's done some nice work early on. Dragon's getting tagged up to the inch of his life. They're tagged up front A with a flash. So these XL5 players are quite confident. They know where he is, but Spatcher bit too slow on the trigger there. Apples though picks up Quirts though, and they've got one more to compete with on this A side. Matrix brings down Samson. So there's the A on lockdown. And now they just worry about holding it now and stopping this XL5 from getting in. So let's see how they go about their business. Dragon's just going to prone in the middle of the pretty much the bottom of A. He's going to TK his own teammate. He just saw a head pop up for a second, and that was his teammate. Xenon gets a nade frag though just before that. So that's a big turnaround from that big. Probably they had a 3-man advantage early on. Now it's just down to 2-on-2. So let's see how they handle it. Now hasn't been a really great start. Dragon's going to hold from garage, and he's in probably not the best of positions though. He's got 2 places to worry about, but as you can see, Hyper making his move to more the front ace. This is going to help out his teammate lock down this ace site, try to find these remaining XL5 players. They're kind of sitting back a little bit. Fantasy, they're not really making too much of a move. Look at them, Xenon and Fantasy just sitting back, waiting for this plant to go down. And really, it's all up to the Thermo crew. Hyper, though, is going to pick up Fantasy, so just waiting long enough, and the plant is finally going to start to go down. Xenon picks up over that. Taking a little bit too long though, but Xenon's is in probably one of the better positions, not going to let Dragon make a move from this A bomb. And Dragon has spotted his head, so he knows exactly where to look. He's on the left side of the screen. He's going to be tagged up. Xenon's going to has to make a move. He's on the statue still. He's still got 20 seconds left on the clock, or close to 25. But he's finally going to make a move onto this A side. Just about who's going to be the most patient. Let's just kind of sit in and watch it. Oh, Dragon's going to come out on top there. Absolutely a classic 1v1, but Dragons just proves to be too strong. So there you go. 11-6 is the score. Back to you, Spud.
What's even more impressive is that they haven't gone B here, so they might make it to 7 here. Oh, have they heard my calling here? We've got Hyper flying on out to the B side of things. No, we're looking like, are we going B? We're going A here. Thermodynamic doesn't even know what they're doing at the moment. The split is completely convoluted and very bizarre from him. Hyper now coming around top side of Flores. He's got a player in Butcher he could potentially take out here. He's actually retreated all the way back through to the B side here. So Hyper looking quite strong now from the top side. Oh, as I said it, Spatula and Xenon have just absolutely dropped this Thermodynamic team on their faces here. Apples and Matrix. Sorry, was that Vibes? I think it was Matrix. Anyway, a go down for that one, and there we have it here. I can't see Hyper and Dragon doing it for this round here. What they don't know is that they've got a player to contend with. It's the Spratchmeister at 3-door here, and he's about to absolutely strike down one of the, I believe it is Dragon. He is about to connect with him, and Spatula is very quick on that trigger. There we have it. Finishes off Dragon for this round here. 50 seconds remaining in the round here. Hyper with a 1v3 ahead of him. Wouldn't put it past him. I mean, he nearly did a 1v4 only a few rounds before. Grenade comes his way there from Scotty. An absolute late nerder from the sniper from eXile5 here. Cements the deal in that round. 6-12 now goes the score. What a... just a very jolly and well-rounded game of COD 4 being played here by eXile5 at the moment, Supra.
Yeah, they're incredibly patient, and that's what's paying off for them in the middle region of the round. As you see, Xenon picking up the first frag of that round. I'm just going to roll out Matrix here, who's got the duty of trying to smoke in that Abian's Quirt's doing some nice work onto Vibes there. So 2 down to Thermo. It's not going to help their cause. Quirt's bringing down Dragon. They're just getting caught around that cafe area, and that's where the bomb has been dropped for the Thermo crew. So 2 remaining players in the form of Matrix and Apples to compete with 5 eXile5 players. It's almost a nightmare. But that's the case at hand. And I think Matrix knows there's one on that right side of Three-Door. He has spotted one up on the glitch, and he's had to bail because he's worried that might be the Xenon. Let's try to think of who is that on the... It must have been Xenon because he's still standing on the wall, quite open to absolutely anybody, but these players aren't going to want to poke him because he's that sharp. Anyway, just try to find these Thermo guys. They're still hanging around this back cap, and they're just trying to look for a pick. Any pick will do at this point in time. Pre-fires come out, and little do they know that there's actually not many people hanging around that bomb. They'll probably be able to pick it up and make a move, but they're just so worried about anyone on the street. Oh, picks up one. Samson onto May. Spatch, though, picks up Apple, so that was a really strong hold, and really, once they got those early frags, there was really not much chance for these 2 Thermo players to get that round. So 13-6, Spud, back to you.
Indeed, indeed. Going to be rolling out with Xenon for this round as he just tries to dive onto the markets of B here to look down this main street here. Where's Thermo off to? They're going A once again here, and Vibes is met by quite a bit of action over on the CBN side of things. How is he alive? Is a player front A? Thermodynamic, mate, you need to have your players covered there, sons. The angles being left wide open there by Dragon. AK-47 really should have been locked and loaded and ready to help defend and back up his teammate there. Not the case at all. Quirtz takes down a second there over on the cafe side of things. Matrix drops to his Spatula, takes down Hyper here, and things are just going very sour now for this Thermodynamic team. Both Apples and Dragon, the last 2 players remaining now. Scotty is locked, loaded, and he's ready for action as he just comes screaming on into a very nice and nifty position here on the top side of these palm trees. Once again, I feel like I'm saying this every round here, but there we have it. I mean, Thermodynamic seriously could have had a very good look in of attacking that A bomb site. eXile5 had flanked around all through the streets there, and if just a little bit of pressure had been applied by Thermo to cover up that street and ensure that no one was running down it, this round would have been completely flipped on its head here. Nonetheless, though, we have Dragon out the backside of Cafe here. He's got 2 inside this A-bomb site. He's going to be met by the sniper there. Scotty instantly tags him up there. Beautiful shot there by Scotty. Very unlucky not to finish him off now. 15 seconds remaining in the round. Dragon has no idea what he's up to here. He is met by an SMG all the way at the backside of Hotel Wall. I don't think it's going to be him that finishes him off, though. Dragon spots one over on the garage side of things. Does indeed pip him for this round, so fantasy drop. But is it going to be Scotty? No, it's going to be Quirtz at the front side of Cafe there, waiting in the wings with his AK-47. Very well played here by eXile5. They are just playing an exceptionally disciplined game here, getting into the positions, holding him nicely, and that's really all they need to keep up here, because Thermodynamic at the moment, Super, is just all over the place. They are playing a very uneasy and just a really sloppy, messy game of COD 4 at the moment here. The positioning is all out of whack, all out of alignment, and is costing them dearly.
Yeah, you said it. Discipline, that's what's costing him at the moment. As you can see, though, frags going out left, right, and centre. Xenon picking up one earlier. Fantasy also with a nade. Spatula picking up Dragon, and Apples replying onto Samson. So a handful of frags coming, mostly in the favour of eXile5 there. As with Xenon absolutely smashing that out onto Apple, so it's going to leave. Just click over to find him. It is the Hyperman sitting over in the hotel. Again, he's got the hard assignment. It's been like that all night, though. Just when eXile5 roll out, they really roll out, having not many deaths in the round. And there you go, Xenon picks him up at the dumpster. 15-6 potential match point here going out to the eXile5 crews.
round after round here, just been absolutely thumped in the bag by eXile5 here. I'm going to go with some Spatch Cam love here. Let's see what he's up to as he throws a grenade onto that main street here as he dives now into the B building. Lots of smokes coming out on the street here from Thermo. They want to get into this A side here. Oh, are they going to do it? Yes, I think they might for this round. No, Samson is waiting on the statue there. Like the overlord that he is, he doesn't let anyone in that front side A door, and he smashes his opponent hyper as he came charging in to the front doors there. Quotes spotted. Good old, I believe it was Vibes on the cafe side of thing there. Took him out for the round here. Nice little nade thrown by Quotes. Very nerdy indeed. It actually team killed Samson there. So Samson obviously not expecting it coming his way here. The GGs are called by Matrix. This is the 3v2 situation between Apples, Dragon taking on Fantasy, Quotes, Spatula here. Lots of noise being made on the main street now. I believe Apples has been spotted as he's just crouching like a little crazy little panda bear crawling up the street now. What is he going to do? AK-47 in hand. Apples! Oh my goodness, son, what are you up to? He is basically just trying to rearrange here. He knows that there's a player in the wings of that big little bomb. It is Fantasy there. Fantasy has absolutely no intention of poking harder than he needs to here, and he's successfully baiting his opponent to come on up here. And if that is the case, Spatula is going to take down Apples as he continues to push down. And it's going to be Fantasy that gets it. Quotes takes down Dragon on the backside of Mech there. 16-6 is the final scoreline here. Supra, Xenon way out on the front of the scoreboard for the eXile5 team, I should say. 27 frags to his name. Well played, Scotty. Man of the match for this one. And there we have it, ladies and gents. So that is another game done and dusted of OzCOD here. This is Thermodynamic Gaming and taking on eXile5. eXile5, the juggernauts that they are, just far too strong in the end for Thermodynamic. But coming out very, very well in those opening rounds, Supra. I mean, they came out and just smashed up 4 rounds. It was an impressive display of sportsmanship and control communication. They, I don't know what it was. eXile5 maybe coming out just a little bit, I don't know, a little bit overzealous. I don't know what it was, but something wasn't in gear for the eXile5 boys. But they quickly got it back in line and absolutely just romped it home here. 16-6, the final scoreline here. You called it, man. So well done, Supra. And any final thoughts or comments you'd like to make for this game?
Yeah, I mean, like, they just came out fine. I couldn't believe it. And once eXile5 got that ball running, they just couldn't look back. So a really strong performance from them, well disciplined. And that's what you get when you watch eXile5. You're going to expect that every time you get into a cast. Just kind of just watch the discipline. They might lose a few rounds here and there, but every single game is just a strong sense of, I guess it's just, I don't know how to describe it. The way they play is just so clinical, and everything about the way they play is just strong, and that's why they're one of the best teams in OzCOD. And I think as long as they've got this core, and that's something we did mention, I think Presto set this one out, and then that's why Fantasy was playing tonight. I'm not too sure what the reasoning behind that, but I think he did a marvellous job. So there you go, 6-man coming in and doing his role really well, and that's why you've got such a great team at this eXile5 crew.
I do agree. They're a highly versatile bunch of players. They are well rehearsed on all angles of COD 4 here. They can basically drop in at any time to practically any position, whether it be a B bomb site, an A bomb site, the mid street, wherever it needs to be. They've basically played it 1,000 times over and know it like the back of their hand here. So well played to eXile5 this evening as they took out the victory against their opponents. And so there we have it. We come to another end here. This has been a back-to-back Shoutcast Thursday night COD 4 action from the Australian COD 4 community CGI matches. This has been a Shoutcast by SYF TV. My name is Spud. I was joined in the hot seat tonight by Supra. I thank Yates, our streamer this evening, who's been sitting there tapping away at the buttons for the last 2 hours, guys. If anyone knows him IRL, be sure to give him a mighty big pat on the back for his efforts this evening. It is greatly appreciated. So to all those in OzCOD, have a very good evening, and I will see you later on in the week where we should be bringing you some more juicy COD 4 action. So stick around, ladies and gents. Take care. My name is Spud. This has been another SYF TV Shoutcast, and we're out.
slam the fucking door.
Cause tomorrow I'm off to do bad. If I'm 4 3 and 6, but tonight I can make you my queen and make love to you.